Hello and welcome. This is a review of the latest balance patch. A lot of changes, so let's go through them. We'll start with the dev comment. So we hope you're enjoying the new trinkets in both solo and duo. Since the meta is still new, we focus on changes primarily on more notable power outliers. There'll be more adjustment soon. Okay, so there are some trinket changes. So the Goose Portrait, very toxic, very badly designed. The Golden Eyes trinket was already a big problem, and giving you a better version of that was just madness. Therefore, it was changed. It's now only 3 silver fledglings, so it's still really good. It only costs 3, and you're gonna get the Lucky Egg. Lucky Egg is quite good. It's a 5-drop. I'm gonna do the pop-off if you're watching on YouTube. So it's still really good. Now if you have Angry Chicken, Goose, you're still gonna pick it. It's a nice tempo option, but it's no longer a super outrageous one. Great change, and I'm very happy. The next power outlier is the Bleeding Heart. Probably the best trinket in the game, like if you have the right setup. Crazy value. It's now Avenge 7, which significantly nerfed it. It's gonna be harder to pull it off and get some crazy combos, so I'm very happy they changed it. It was just a bit too strong. Some other changes kinda surprisingly. So Fishy Sticker, get a fish from Zod that copies Tetrals. So they changed it, right? I really dislike this change. They are giving you the fish, therefore the Enzod not gonna feel unique because there's a trinket that gives you the fish. That changes a lot because you cannot really counter this anymore. The reason they did that, most likely because Leapers are gone, right? So with Leapers gone, they kinda are thinking, and with Goldrim being nerfed as well, because later we're gonna go to that. I think it's fine, so you're gonna get the fish. I don't think we'll see whatever they change the greater trinket to, but now for 3 gold, so you have to pay more, but you're getting fish to your hand, so you can use that better and you can buff it. This is very weird. Bartendertron, reduce the cost of upgrading tower by 3. At the start of your turn, repeat this. Okay, so they changed this, so you get the discount immediately, but it costs 2, so it's still a buff to this, right? Because the old one costed 0, this one costs 2, but you're gonna get 3 golds immediately. So it's a bit buff to the new trinket. I think this at 0 gold was kinda at the sweet spot. Now it's even better, so it's a viable option. And Funga Monster Sticker, which is I think the Lava Lamp, right? The Lava Lamp for Murlocs now costs 3, was crazy good at 0, there was Madness, it cost 0. It should be probably a greater trinket, I don't understand why it's put at the lesser trinket. So yeah. Rod of Roasting get nerfed because it was very good sometimes. So the Rod of Roasting from Reoctastic trinket get nerfed. Okay, the Marine Signet get removed, so that's important for Mystery Cube. Mystery Cube is even better. You've seen that previous game, it was really good, and the Mystery Cube is even better, which is very nice. Some changes to duos, so just some gold adjustments mostly, nothing major. Fishy Sticker get removed. Okay, so you're not gonna get a golden Enzod to your hand. Reason being, you gotten a triple as well, so the trinket itself should cost more and will be very problematic. So Fishy Sticker, the big one, get removed, and the second one you're getting fish to your hand. Shaman Prayer Beads is now a lesser trinket. It's kinda interesting one. It's kinda similar to Lava Lamp and definitely something to look into. It costs 3, but it's a lesser trinket, so we'll see how good that is. Some gold adjustment to price promo Drake one, now costs 3. And this one is a big one, the Gilna Thorn Rose. It's probably like beasts are the best. I can show you guys on Nature's Replay. Composition, win rate. At the average placement, beasts are on the top, so it's mostly for like lower ranges of MMR, which probably are the most interesting for you viewers, because not everyone has the time to grind all day to beat 10k. So Beast getting nerfed, and the Gilna and Thorn Rose is definitely one of the best trinkets at the lower ranges of MMR. So it's now Avenge 4, which is a huge nerf. Flagbearer Portrait also got nerfed. Similar fashion, probably way too good at lower MMR. At high MMR, I didn't see this as often, but definitely something to explore. Calligraphy set get nerfed. Okay, so it's not a nerf, I would say, per se. I think it's actually not a nerf. It's still Avenge 4, but it costs now 2 gold instead of 5. So this trinket cost 2. In the recent hotfix, they increased it to 5. And now we make him move back to 2. We had the hotfix 2 days ago. But it's just +1/+1. I guess Quillbor's just too good. Primarch in Portrait surprisingly costs now 4. This is the trinket I didn't have the opportunity to test just yet. And similar to Nala get nerfed, that's kind of justifiable. It's really good trinket, especially if you get it from souvenir stand. It's crazy good, and with combination with Laber also helps a lot. So Nala the Redeemer get addressed, and Surprise Portrait get nerfed. Yes. This trinket, the Surprise Portrait, the Elemental of Surprise one, is very toxic. Like you can get crazy boards very fast. So I'm very glad they addressed and reduced the odds, because the trinket was it was either too good, or you had it offered, you couldn't pick it, or you pick it, you had some elementals, mostly with Forsaken Wraith, and you were getting crazy amount of the triples way too fast. So I kind of like that they addressed this one. I don't know how good that was actually, but it's definitely not a fun design, because you can get like 2 triples, golden elementals, and it's like very snowbally. Okay, so we have Minion changes. So Papa Bear actually get reworked. It's no longer a death rattle, summon 3 Mama Bears which are no longer in the game. It's just whenever you summon a beast, give it +8/+8. So similar to the Mama Bear, which was giving +4/+4, it gives +8/+8. I don't think this is good enough. This should be bigger, stronger, faster. This is not a tier 8 you want to have, so sorry. And it has to be a beast, not any unit, so no, I'm not digging this one. Kinda lazy rework. Big minus. Honestly, the old Papa Bear tempo-wise is better to get it randomly. This one is just worse, so I don't dig this rework. It just worse. Doesn't mean it's unplayable, but I think the old one, if you get it randomly, was at least bit of tempo. This is just an 8 that it's way too weak as a tier 7, so bad change, honestly. Okay, so this one is a big one. So Tea Master Theater, when initially was added to the game, was really good. Then it was added back. Who remembers? It was added back again after a bit, but it wasn't not impactful. The meta was already, the power level each year increasing, so this was already not impactful. And this meta is just garbage. Therefore, they did change some stuff, right? It's still only 3 units, but +4/+4, so at least you still don't want to play this card. I'll be very honest with you. It's hard to find the spot for this. You can maybe use that, but I think with Nala being in the game, it's just a superior version, because with Nala you can buff up to 4 to 5 units, and you can buy cheap spells. With this, there's very few neutral units that are really good. There's Rodeo Performer. We used to have Baron's Brawler, which was removed. Therefore, I don't still think Theo is good. But at least it's no longer, if you have a triple, you have to pick it up. Maybe you have a way to get a copy. Maybe something can click. It's not terrible, but I don't think it's definitely good enough to be very threatening in the meta. So it's playable, maybe borderline playable level, we'll see. But nothing that's gonna shake up the meta game. Okay, so Hummingbird get nerfed. Okay, so Hummingbird was buffed to Aura, start of the combat. And that made no sense. It was way too good, and that made no sense. If we go to Ages Replay, we go to Play Impact on 10-3, Hummingbird is the best unit. It was crazy good, and it's the best unit on 10-4. I mean, this is a Discover. The best unit on 10-5. Like, Hummingbird was just the best unit you can have gotten, almost. So, this being nerfed was a need. And right now it only gives 1 attack, which is like, it's justifiable. Like, this was way too good. I don't know why they changed it. I don't think the stats pre-buff was that low. I think keeping it as it was, as 0-4, give a 2 attack, not being a start of the combat, I think it was better. This one, we'll see how this goes. But yeah, this change was needed. This was the best card you could have bought. Especially if it had Mana Saber opener, it was like, hell no. Okay, so once again, I already showed you guys the piece where the most overpowered tribe in the game, according to Ages Replay, at lower MMR. So Goldring get nerfed. I think part of the reason is currently how the banana sticker works with the Goldring is very shaky. So how this works, you're gonna get the Goldring buff, like let's say you have the Goldring buffs, then you're gonna summon unit, so Goldring Aura apply. Then you're gonna get banana trinket, banana sticker. It's banana sticker, yeah, it's banana sticker, not the portrait. Banana sticker, you're gonna get the buffs, and then Aura reapplies. I think back in the days, long time ago, like a year ago, that worked differently with Banana Slam the unit, but they changed how the aura works, I think, at some point this year, if I'm not mistaken. So it's really strong. So I think the stats are kind of inflated by the Banana sticker. So Golden was hit. I personally don't think this was needed. I don't think Golden was a problem unless you had Banana sticker, and this interaction I already mentioned was very problematic, especially double Savjz stand double Banana sticker was close to invincible unless you are really, really big like Ursul demons. So this change, my opinion, bad. I don't like it. Beasts already like they already lost one win condition in terms of repair, and now they kind of losing the second one. Some trinkets get also nerfed, so this is like, from my point of view as a ham, I play again negative. But obviously they don't balance games for 10,000 plus, they balance the game for like average population, which Goldrim was a problem. So Archimount was moved to kind of lazy nerf. I think they should have reworked this. This is basically, if you look at this card, with combination with Golden Bravweaver, this is basically a Hogar. This is a Hogar hidden, so even at Town 5 is gonna be really good. The issue is that now you probably need to, if you play the demons, you will need to invest gold and time into Soul Reminder, and you have to level to 5. You have to basically skip Tavern 4 again, because there's nothing there, not enough stuff, and everything is a Tavern 5. And the second thing, you cannot no longer Eyes of Earth Mother it. Therefore, if a lot of people are playing demons, you might struggle to find 2 of them, and you need a golden one preferably, just a golden and golden weaver. So it's gonna be way harder to find. So this is justifiable, but it's still in some situation gonna be obnoxiously powerful. So they didn't address the real issue, but it's just simply gonna happen less likely, right? The high road's gonna happen, it's just gonna be less likely, which I'm not a big fan of, because you cannot compete with this card. As mentioned, this is like infinite money engine, and Ursul is a really good win condition in the current metagame, especially without the Murlocs in lobby. It's really hard to stop the demons ND. So kind of lazy, but they had limited ammo of the times, so maybe the rework will come, or maybe not. Maybe this card will just gone in a few weeks. So this is a change I anticipated. They just lowered the stats on Amber Guardian. Dragons were performing quite well too in the metagame, especially at the lower MMR ranges. This unit is to give Divine Shield, so it's not as impactful that it has lower stats, but still I was thinking maybe 4/4. 3/3 is a big hit, especially like you had the dragon, you bought this, you had the 2 dragons, that was kind of nice to have. Right now it's like a 3/3 is just way more significant. So, but this is still mostly used to Divine Shield use stuff, you're gonna sell it, so you don't care as much. But nevertheless, it's something that hit dragons actually, huh? It's not aim at high MMR. Once again, it's extremely difficult at 10k plus to win with them, but it's mostly for the most of the people, which are probably between 4,000 and 6,000. So yeah, Falfin now is tier 4. Yeah. Okay, so this is needed because Archimount as a demon was moved to Tavern 5, so they had to move one of the demons to Tavern 4. And also, I mean, this card is surprisingly good. I think this card is definitely underplayed. I've seen this being utilized in some, myself even make it quite big. It's just never big enough for the late game. And like if you play the Murlocs, you're gonna have your Horals, Basgills, and Burglar. You don't have spot for this. But I kind of like they added this to Tavern 4, right? You buy this, then suddenly the Discover a Better Cry or Discover a Death Rattle become a viable option. You pay 2 gold to get the scaling in as well as a unit you might look. So I like this change. But this unit is definitely underplayed. It's definitely very, very solid. Yeah, you scale it up and you can use Mutanus, as Gospel said, to get rid of it. So yeah, I would say this is... I kind of like it. I mean, I kind of like it. I won't lie, I kind of like this change. The more I think about this, kind of like it. So the next one, we have Lord Prince get changed yet again. Is that now back to 2/2, but has Divine Shields. Murlocs have Divine Shields. Okay, so this unit was crazy good with the book, the phrase book, the trinkets. It's still gonna be really good with that, and now has Divine Shields. It's the best unit probably now to run in Menagerie. With it having Divine Shield, obviously there's 4 repairs and stuff, but like it's crazy good because you're gonna get additional +2/+2 on it. It has Divine Shield. It's a great Menagerie unit now. So definitely, if you are playing your one Amalgamator group, if you're playing your Nala, if you're playing your Team Master, this is really, really good for Menagerie. So, and alongside this, Murloc is actually getting some nice tools in the mid range. You not only need to go like Basgill Brim counter, but you can maybe use the Lord Prince as well. It's really, those two units gonna definitely be impactful for the tribe. So this is a big change actually. Divine Shield for the Murlocs, that's something that definitely I didn't expect. And if you have the phrasebook, you can grow this significantly big, and has Divine Shield, so it's really, really solid. Okay, so Perils Rider was the most cracked unit. Let me go check Aegis replay. This was basically tier 5 unit put on Tavern 4, but this was done on purpose, in my honest opinion. Always honest. But yeah. There's the Slippery. I cannot type. There's Slippery. Like, if we go Aegis replay, play impact. I mean, not enough data, but 10-6, like, kind of high. 10-8, not really. So Nagas, the reason is there is a lot of noise. I mean, I think on 10-6 this unit will be quite good. So there's a bit of noise, sadly, but believe me, this was cracked unit. So it gets changed. Now it's a refresh the tavern with an extra tavern spell that costs 1 less. It's a 5-5. It's still good, but it's no longer like crazy good. This used to be basic. This basically was tier 5 unit. Put on Tavern 4 to boost Nagas and Menagerie. Those two were underplayed, so he was meant to do that. It's still good, but no longer sounds crazy. Part of the reason is that this is a spell card, so you're getting repetitive value. And most spells on average probably cost less than 3. So you're getting like 1 mana spells, and if you hit the really good ones, the economy ones, or something that's gonna help you out, that was kinda solid. Therefore, this unit was very good. Now it's no longer like great discovery on turn 5. It's no longer like try to triple this to maybe boost your Nala. It's still good, but nothing crazy. Yeah. Probably, I personally was thinking that they didn't need to do this just yet. They could have left this change for the next balance patch, because Nagas, in my opinion, are not in the best spot. They added some interesting trinkets and patterns of play, but I think this card could stick around. But obviously I don't have access to Blizzard data, so maybe it was already a concern that Nagas are rising. It will progress, and we don't know what the next balance patch is, so they did address this kind of preemptively. Salty Looter become a 5-5. Can we move on? Okay, so this is a unit meant for APM Pirates and Exodia. It's really good, but once again, very similar to the Murloc, the 4-3 Demon Murloc. It's never big enough to be impactful. The change gonna help to pick it up. If you had, like, let's say you play Hogar patches, or you had Pirates Opener, it's gonna be suddenly 15-15. You can pick it up to stabilize, you can keep it for a bit, and if you play some APM comps, you can Mutanus it away. So it's actually not that terrible. It's a solid unit. It's just nothing really game breaking. The change that actually I'm kind of excited is a Petrit Pupil. So this was garbage as a 1-7. Now it's 2-7. So already a better stat line, which is needed. Like, if you think about this, the bad stat line justifiable for it is like units like Brown and Titus, they can have bad stat line, but not Putrid Pupil. Like, the effect was not powerful enough to pay the price of having useless unit, because 1-7 did nothing. As 2-7, you can trade tiny bit better. That's gonna be impactful. You can buff it a bit, and suddenly you have like a chunky boy who can trade and give you on top some tavern spells. And it's summon 5. This is gonna carry over. This is not Avenge. It carry over to other fights. Therefore, you're gonna get way more spells. And this is gonna also help the Coffin, magical undead trinket Coffin that boosts attack. Finally, maybe that's playable. I don't think so. But unit itself become way better, especially if we have undead beast or some token based setup. So yeah, I like the change. The unit gonna be very solid. Oh no, more meta is broken. Colossus of the Sun is a 9-9. It's just like, I personally don't know why they added it in the first place. It doesn't really help the tribe to do anything special. This is, if you have high attack undead, this is worse than the Handless Forsaken. It's literally just worse, because Handless Forsaken with Reborn is just better than this. Therefore, I don't know. I personally don't know why they added it. I don't know why they make it a 9-9. I like it personally because it's a chunky boy for Menagerie, but I'm a bit surprised they added it. Mecha Horse is back to tier 5. It used to, when it came out, it used to be tier 5. Then it was put to Tavern 4. I guess the Goldring impact and Deflector impact make this card too good. I kind of like it. It's too strong as a 4-drop, I will say. So, it's fine. kind of sucks. You're gonna discover a 5-drop and then you're gonna discover it and not gonna be super happy, I guess, but... Okay, this is a change I don't like. So we have Karmic Chameleon, the new unit that was introduced. I think it was definitely underplayed. People were not sure, not always have the setup. But this is basically a cultist. This is basically a cultist that you can copy your biggest unit in any tribe. I don't know, is a tech card with random beast tag? So is it tier 4 now as well? You're gonna see this a lot. Like, you're gonna see this card a lot. Reason being, if you were able to scale one big unit in the early game, and you have like some, let's say a Raisin Rider, this is already a tier 4. Average 5 is not that hard to get. The body itself is 4/6. So you're gonna see this a lot in 10, 7, 8 to copy your biggest boy, and you're gonna be very annoyed. So definitely big buff. We'll see how this goes. But as a tier 4, it's gonna be more common, and it's gonna be definitely, people are gonna try it out now as well. So yeah, this is something to be worried. Okay, so there is 2 more changes. Dark Moon prices get changes now. So there used to be so Dark Moon prices, there is a sticker. There's a ticket sticker right now. It's very toxic because you could have gotten the Discover 6-drop on 10/6, which was just very unfun. So they changed how the discovery, the part of the Dark Moon prices, the discovery worked. And right now, if you're on Tavern 3, you're gonna discover a tier above you, you're gonna discover Tavern 4. So you're gonna pay for it. It's 5 gold. There's no really very unlikely to level to Tavern 4 and discover a 5-drop. Therefore, they really make so the high rolls, like you're not gonna get a 6-drop no more. You're still gonna get your 6-drop later on, but it prevents people from doing some crazy stuff, which I very like because it was very unfun. But like, I get wrecked by multiple people with random 6-drops on 10/6. That was very unfun. So this change is needed, and it's a good one. You cannot get a tier 7, by the way. You cannot get tier 7 if you are on Tavern 6. And this is weird. Galakron's Greed, Hero Power, and Token of the Old Gods, Trinket, have updates to no longer say Discover. So they no longer discover, or they just remove the text and they still discover. I don't know if this is a textual change, or they just remove the discover. But if Galakron cannot discover, it's garbage, because in the past he was not able to discover, I won't lie. Yeah, I assume this is just a text change. Yeah, I assume it's just a text change, yeah. Yeah, it's probably just a text change. Could be because of the Falfin. Anyway, that's it for the changes, and yeah, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to leave a like, and yeah, give me some feedback. What do you think about this balance patch? Take care, chat. The link to the patch notes are in the description below.